of it. If you want to do 262 and then figure out what the percentage of like minus 21 colonists is, let me know. Also, in case you don't know, Grim Elvet is Shadow. I've been trying to like remember to like mention and shit. I kind of don't want to put one in the way of the door there. I could move the door over by one, that's fine. I could do that. It doesn't make it as visually neat for me, but it's fine. This will absolutely rip out the storage, and what I want to do with this storage once it's built is I want to define that this is really just like the raw stuff. I want corpses to go on the ground. I want a lot of the other stuff to go up on the shelves, and I'm honestly thinking about putting like cooked food in here out of the way. Like obviously I'm not going to build the shelves down here yet until I need like the second storage room. Like we basically had like full starvation through winter, and now we're in fall. So basically it's going full circle and we have food now. So we have so much food, in fact, that we're launching it at our allies to try to make friends again. Because we had this massive battle last week, Grim, that like literally we had two choices of mech raids. We had like this big like fire fucking mech raid going on back here that was just pure death. Or we had the potential of a mech raid over here in the water where they just fucking popped out of the ocean, and we lost all of our I took that battle and we lost all of our wind turbines over here. So unfortunately I don't have as much power for my base, but that's okay. This is why I made 2 storage rooms so that I could power one down when we didn't have enough. So that's working at least. The only problem is I don't really have the wood for like all the powered stoves, and I don't have quite enough electricity to run all the other stoves. Oh, it's right on the money with 7.6%. Nice. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I didn't want to lose like 20 people out of my colony in general. I try not to, but like if I'm going to like lose anybody, it's going to be a very small percentage of my colony. When we were looking at like 1/3 of the colony, when it was like, you know, winter was going to wipe out like 15, 20 people straight away, and then it was like basically going to wipe out probably another 50 on top of that. I'm like, that's a good chunk of my colony. I'm not letting that happen. I'm not willingly letting that happen, I should say. Yeah, and you're down to 2. Say Warhammer, do you mean Warhammer or Warhammer 4K? One is medieval and one is space age. I was looking at the more space age, the Marines 2 looking one looked pretty good to me. It has a feeling when I look at it that reminds me a lot of Doom Eternal, and I like playing Doom Eternal. It's just like, it's intense. So yeah, no, I looked at the, was it the Space Marines 2, I think. So I haven't seen any others yet, but I kind of figured like there's so many people in my community that have the overlap with Warhammer, and there's no reason why I'm not playing it. It's just like, apparently I used to play Annihilation or something when I was a kid, but like I haven't played anything since. I heard about the Space Marines too. Supposedly it's extremely enjoyable. Supposedly it's got a old game feel to it. Like allegedly it's supposed to be like, you know, the older games where you could just come and go from the game when you wanted to play it. Like it doesn't like lock you in as much. And I like that idea about it. Warhammer 4K, my favorite is the Necrons. That doesn't surprise me. I've heard about that. I think that's similar to what Triantha likes as well. But I haven't, like, I've looked at Warhammer 40k, sorry, and I haven't specifically, like, sparked, like, an interest for it yet. I haven't seen anything that's made me be like, yeah, I want to play that, you know? And that's 90% of, like, what I like about games is, like, when I look at something and I go, yeah, I want to play that, like, with Generation Zero and Once Human and PUBG and stuff like that. I looked at them and I was like, I want to play that, and I played the shit out of them. So, like, I generally know when I get the feeling when I look at something and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to play the crap out of this kind of thing, versus, like the Space Marines 2 has, like, as I said, the feeling of, like, the Doom Eternal, and I really enjoy playing Doom Eternal when I play it. So I kind of feel like I'll probably enjoy Space Marines too. But I know that Warhammer has like all kinds of different variations of different styles of play and stuff. So I don't know. Just it's the one that I've seen that I don't mind the look of so far. I know it's also probably the most recent one and stuff, but that's not like I looked all the way back through all the different versions and stuff, and unfortunately, obviously, the older you go back, the less like digital footprint it has to kind of like learn about it and stuff, unless you get like the really nichey people that like take the time to like make the information and stuff. I heard the same, but it's like, was it heard the same and like the same? Yeah. I think the thing is like I'm not a huge medieval era fan. So like I've said this before where like for instance like 7 Days to Die is like zombies, stuff like that. Like I know it's not like old era, but just as an example, like I like 7 Days to Die as a zombie game because it's kind of like it's built in a world that's somewhat believable that it could exist in the same way that like The Walking Dead is a story that for the most part there's some extreme stuff when it goes further in that it's a believable existence of world kind of thing. Doom has like that kind of built world, the story to it sort of thing. Like with like RimWorld, for instance, as I was saying earlier, like the DLCs and stuff don't interest me that much, except for potentially like the name and game one, that's fine. But like, I don't really get much out of like bringing in like royalty and nobles and religion and cults and stuff like that, because that kind of thing doesn't interest me. But like the Anomaly one did interest me in that I could add zombies, but whatever the pink thing is didn't interest me in the game. I wasn't interested in that. So like if I was ever to get Anomaly, I probably wouldn't enjoy the pink invasion thing, whatever, and the need for like flamethrowers and stuff. Like it would probably bug me. But I love watching people that are dealing with like Anomaly and have to deal with like zombies walking in or zombie animals and shit. And I'm like, this is great. I enjoy it, you know? But it's one of the few DLCs that have got something that I enjoy that. Where are you taking that silver? Oh, you're taking it to storage. That's fine. They are slowly like pulling apart the thing. Are you guys going or not? Because like there's like 20 people out here that are like ready to go. There's like 2 pemmican to go. I'll see if I can grab somebody that's on this, like Tadashi mate. Can you just... Where'd the pemmican go? We've got it in here. Can you just load into the caravan? Just load it all. Because that should trigger it to fuck off. I added extra people, so extra food's fine. The medieval way of pyramids are spaceships, people eating lizards from space are good guys. What? The fuck? Warhammer is huge, so many different games. Yeah, I looked at that because I'm like, there's so many people that have like mentioned bits and pieces about Warhammer, right? And like I have nothing against the game, I just never really looked into it because I thought for the longest time Warhammer was only like the in-person figurines stuff. Similar with like Magic, how Magic is like a card game you'd normally play in person. However, Magic the Gathering has got like a PC game of it. I'm just not interested in card games, so that doesn't interest me. Like I've tried playing Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and shit like that and doesn't really interest me. I also had a Jurassic Park card game too that was pretty awesome. I actually liked my Jurassic Park one, but that was more about just being dinosaurs. So, you know how it is. But yeah, I don't know. I think, oh, they're all trying to move it out of the way. I was wondering what they were doing in here because I'm like, it's very neatly getting stacked up and moved over. But yeah, I don't know. Medieval games don't really like get me much. Wild West games don't really get me much because like Red Dead Redemption is one that I've heard really incredible things about the game and its gameplay and all that stuff, but I can't get into it because it's Western themed kind of. Something about it just completely blocks me. I just can't. It doesn't interest me. And I wish it did interest me because it looks like it's a great game. I just not interested, you know. Damn it, low data again. It bugs me. I want to hang out. Anyway, I have to go. Fist bump. No worries, Grim. Look, you can always just send me a message instead of like trying to make stream, because I know stream's going to chew up your data like super huge where you are. So, but yeah, I appreciate getting to see you though, man. I'll catch you around. Have a coffee. It's a shame to see you, Grim. Yeah, that's nice. I feel like I've like had a bit of everybody tonight, and Grim's just like, Grim's the whole cake. I was gonna say, like, you know how like the phrase is like the cherry on top or the icing? No, Grim's the cake. Grim's like coffee cake, honestly. Alright, I gave them their pemmican. Now I want to know where your fucking people are at. Nobody put the pemmican on it, so maybe they didn't load it. Like, I'll steal the rest of the pemmican if somebody else has made some. Because I'm not seeing any in here. Is that it? That is pemmican. Mate, can I get you to... Yeah, I guess somebody's reserved it. I don't think it's somebody that's in the caravan, though. Is it extra creamy cake? Oh my god, Grim. No. It's terrible. Yeah, Mel, can I get you to, like, load? Go load it. I don't know who else has reserved it, but they cannot have it. Oh, man. Fucking speaking of creamy, I know somebody just got, like, sus eyeballs then. No, like my scones that I made and stuff, I've run out of cream, but I still have fucking jam, and I still have scones. Somebody. Look, I'm looking at like half of yours. I don't know how many's here. I don't know who's here, but I assume that half of yours have probably just got sus eyes. But yeah, I don't know. I had I used up like the rest of the fucking container of that today. I found out that this is so stupid, but like, you know when you make scones, right? You know when you have a scone, like most people cut it open and then put stuff on the inside of it, right? And then you have it as two halves, right? Like open. So I was like, man, I don't feel like getting out a knife. So I just like microwaved my scone, put it in a mug or a cup or whatever. I guess it was like kind of like a teacup technically. And then I put like the jam and the cream on top of it and then just ate it with a spoon. And I was like, wait a minute, this is incredible. Why have I never eaten it like a dessert like this before? Because this is really good. Yeah. No, I've been missing out. Apparently you don't have to open the fucking things. You just slap the shit on top. And as long as it's in a cup, it'll either get underneath it, through it, or whatever. And you could just eat it with a spoon. Like, I've been like peasantting this the whole time. Been like taking the hard route to like eat my scones. I could have been like simplifying this the whole time. Also, this is going to give me so much steel and shit. Since we've got steel, I didn't really think about this, but when they rip up the floor, which by the way, we've got like our fleet of like floor construction people in here like going super hard at this. Can I get a Nasan? I know she can construct. I don't have to look at that. I know she can do it. I get her to work on the ground scanner because I've asked twice for somebody to do it, and the only reason why they're not doing it is if something's behind it like this, they won't actually build it. So like if an animal or a person, like Grim's walking through it right now with his rice, fucking Grim and his rice. It's like me eating a eclair with a spoon and not having to clean cream from my beard. Yeah, well that would also help because like I watch Beard Meats Food, right, the competitive eater and stuff, and like everywhere he goes he's like, if it wasn't for my beard slowing me down, I'd be able to eat a lot of these things a lot faster, because partway through eating his like whatever the dish is, he has to stop to get like a couple of serviettes to like really wipe down his beard and like shake out all the crap and stuff, because he's like, he understands that like he's a messy eater and he gets it all over his beard. And he doesn't want to gross out other customers and the people that are watching on and stuff by having all this stuff drip through his beard, which is fair, you know, but at the same time, like, yeah, I sometimes watch a few competitive eaters and I'm like, they could go so much faster if they didn't do this or if they didn't do that. And I'm like, whatever makes them personally comfortable is really more about the speed. I know that like Dorsey's trying to make these shells, but I'm not too sure how well they're going to go with this. Like, they are moving it. Okay, can I get you to haul the berries out of here? I don't know where they're going. They're like walking in and out of the door. My coolers and stuff aren't even fucking working in this area. It is cold. I have this really, really fucking cold. But yeah, once we get the berries out of here, if I can get one of these fucking benches before they're built, right? And I think I should be able to select like, oh, it's only going to select the ones that are built. It's fine. Caravation. Mental break. Yeah, let's go back a couple of seconds. I'm not quite sure how far back this is, but this is within a couple of minutes, I'm sure of it. I'll take that risk to get the people the fuck out of here. Because, like, the people having the mental break, I didn't realize that the caravan was loaded. If I had realized the caravan was loaded, I would have saved it sooner. But I would rather try to push them out of here. There's a pemmican there. Alright, who's in this caravan? Because it's, like, on nighttime now. No, give me the caravan. Sloane's in here. Mate, can I get you to load the pemmican? I know Mal's doing it, but if you do it, and then we can save. So, yeah, what time in the day is it? It's like 5 hours. So it's coming into daytime. It's fine. So they'll probably leave once it's morning. Once Sloane's got the pemmican on board, like I probably could grab, like Mal is bringing stuff in. You're consuming simple meal, forming caravan. Could I get you, when you're done with that, to just load berries into caravan? I only want you to do like a small amount. 18 will do. It's not going to give you much, but that and or if I could grab a couple of people that are in this caravan that might be in here, like Kangaroo, Taco's in here. Take a mate. Can I grab you, please? Can I load simple meal? Kimmy's coming in to grab that to eat. But if I could get you to load up these, Kangaroo, if I could get you to load up some of these, load the simple meals, that will give us some meals in there. Yeah, sweet. Because, oh shit, there's like 200 right there. I'm taking more people than I have allocated food for. So I'm trying to be like a little bit like smart about this and saying, if I could just load up like 30 odd of that, if I can take extra meals, it will automatically give them days worth of food, right? For like the extra couple of people. Sorry. So who's getting married? Digger to Law. Okay. What? Oh, she's going to change her last name from Digger to Law. So Rolf proposed marriage to Blue and they agreed. That's fine. But I have... Oh, they're going to build the bottom one this time. That's fine as well. Alright, so this should have everything now. Almost. Where is... I guess Sloane didn't bring in the extra pemmican. I'd love it if I could tell somebody to just come in here and make extra pemmican. So it doesn't matter. I've added a couple of extra simple meals to this caravan. Like a few simple meals. With the view that... I saw something move then. Oh, good. Even if they don't have the 2 pemmican, they've got like an extra... like 60 meals, which is great because that should be like maybe 2.5 days of extra food straight up. That's awesome, actually. That's more food than they would have had previously for like most of the group. So between that and all the other resources, by the way, how are we doing for up to 4,000? Man, it takes a while for that. Now, I also have somebody that's supposed to be working on this, which I think went down here for metal. Who did I send before? Not Calum. I thought it was like just a random named person. Augury, maybe? How is your buildability? Not good enough. I need somebody like almost like Silverware's like level of building or Chimpanzee's level of building. Tomboy should be able to build. You got a construction of 6. That's not really strong enough. What have you got? Construction of 11. Can you work on it? Like, I've asked like 3 or 4 different people to build this thing. I just want it built. I want people to stop walking through it. Like, I obviously have to like pay attention next time somebody comes up here because it's long enough that people are taking the steel back. Like, you were right there with steel, mate. You could have... You're already going to get it. What does it need? Steel and components, and I have, like, just enough advanced components for it. That's fine. Alright, somebody had a tantrum then and I wasn't paying attention. Please tell me it's not this. Of course it is. Was it right before I saved or was it after I saved? That's gonna answer my question, ain't it? I will hydrate. Just give me a sec. And stretch and stuff. My shoulder needs it too, actually. Yeah. I'll get that stretch on. Try playing out a lost battle. Often the best stories come from it. Really? I find that when I lose a battle, I tend to lose a lot of people. And... let's have a quick look at that. Nobody's mentally wandering. Okay, good. My save must have been just in time. Yeah, when I lose a battle, I just lose people. I don't tend to get people join or like a happy occurrence happen afterwards. I just lose people. Which, mind you, having like fought off winter situation for so long, I tend to find like it keeps sending me attacks and things because I'm rejecting and picking and choosing. Like generally I just try to like go with the flow, but there's been times like through extreme like winter where I just had to kind of like deal with it. Like not allow it. Where is this guy? Here he comes. He's bringing up some components. So, like, look at this. Every single person, every person in their goddamn Thrumbo is, like, coming through here. Like, I'll have to wait until he gets up closer, then I'll just try to stop the traffic. I can't do anything about animals, but I can force him to hang out in the area and keep building and shit. So, there is that. There's also steel nearby. Like, there's 3 people walking straight through it. This is why it's not getting built. I probably should have just put it, like, here or something. But I wanted it connected somewhere that actually had like active power. Here he comes. Airy, what are you doing? You're not going to path through it, that's fine. Good, now it's a solid object. Finally. Hauling silver to billiards table. How about you keep working on it first, mate? Because I want this thing built while we have the metal. I'm down to like 45 steel. I don't know where it's going. I'm guessing it's repairing shit around the base, which would explain why we're getting power and stuff back up. Like, I don't assume that that's broken. It's not broken. My dinosaurs got inspired surgery, so that's great. Imagine that. You're like laying on a fucking hospital gurney thing and like a dinosaur walks over with like some utensils and shit to like do your surgery. I'm thinking about like the little tiny arms holding on to stuff and like the big like mask thing across its face. Yeah, that'd be great. I'm not thrilled about the idea of putting storage back in here, but whatever. Like, I'm sure it's going to bring peace to somebody. I like all the shit being on the ground, but this will be fine. And then we'll get a second room and then it'll be even more fine. Where are you going, mate? I'm going to keep an eye on that caravan because like all my people are in here grabbing food. I'm waiting to see people actually leaving. I just need to find out if somebody's asleep. Yeah, you are. Mate, it's time to wake the fuck up and go on caravan. Go caravan. Who else is asleep? You're not. And he's wandering around now. Shadow and Fred here. You guys are having a snooze. No sleep for you. Go caravan. That looks like they might be moving off. Who else? So it's not any of you guys. You're up and about. You're all up and about. Yeah, I think they're fine. Need to have my beauty sleep. You're beautiful enough. You don't need sleep. It's I don't know. I can't believe that that's just my immediate response. Oh man. Man, I love like how my brain's just like quick to it sometimes on like certain like sentences. Other times like I'm just dead in the water and my brain's just like sitting there like twiddling its thumbs like, yeah, I don't have a response. And that one's just instant. Oh man. Oh, that's funny to me. Are you guys actually leaving now or what? Forming caravan, consuming meal. I guess like people are coming in to grab meals and stuff. Once they've eaten, they should leave. As long as nobody else has a mental break, like the fact that I woke you guys up isn't gonna like help anything. But yeah, if I could get like the benches made, I just basically want to set up, like the problem is they're gonna put whatever in here initially. And my hope is that they don't move anything up here, that they just leave it. I find it hilarious, the idea of stop, you're beautiful enough anymore and you'll get dangerous society. Basically, it's like, you don't want to have difficulties when you walk down the street, do you? Like, you know, just like a comfortable mixture of level. Because like, to a degree, I understand where like the phrase comes from. Because like, there's so many times when like, people are like really, really tired. And you know how like when you're really tired, sometimes you can just look like really almost unwell kind of thing. And it's like that expression of you look terrible. Like, yeah, I get it. I can understand how like the phrase beauty sleep came into existence. I will go and harvest those. So how's my animal population going here? I haven't been checking on this for a while. We've got like mostly adults are all capped at 3. I've been letting them get to adulthood, but 3's fine. The panthers need to like buff up the male quantity there. The chickens are not like reproducing. I have the right formula of them. Like I feel like I need to like make like a fucking sleeping box or something for them or something. I don't know. Like there's a rooster there. You look like you're 2 years old. You should be fine. There's a chicken right there. Where's the eggs? Like I'm not getting chicken or duck production. My guess is that, like, they might be too spread out. Like, I could put the chickens and stuff into a very small, like, grow area. Like, I could chuck chickens in there and they'd probably be fine for, like, a few minutes. But I don't really want to sacrifice one of my grow rooms to that. And not really. Hey, Azula. Azula's come to join us. She's in her donut. I want these all turned off. They shouldn't be on. When it comes through to winter, I think this has a roof on it in here. No, it doesn't. When this happens in winter, those ones need it. I will need a lot more grow rooms on, and it's going to zap a lot of like electricity and stuff. Increase the concentration of chickens. I'd like that, because we had like 75 of each gender of bird at one point. So like basically ducks and chickens, and we had some turkeys and stuff. Like I've got a lot of rats and stuff, which are making up the slack. Renard, you'll be fine. You've got like 3 turrets backing you up. If I could just get you to just walk around the corner. And the turret should come into play for me. There you go. Yeah, you'll be fine, mate. Let's keep moving up. There you go. You're great. I didn't have to worry about him. Because so many turrets. Yeah, they're taking chocolate out of here. And I think, what are you replacing it with? Okay, we've got 2 cotton rooms. I accidentally made 2 cotton spaces, but that's kind of okay because I do need clothes for my people. Eventually, as we continue to move up the map, I'm going to need warmer materials for their clothing. So at some point, I'm going to have to prioritize keeping like wools and stuff. Mate, get out of bed. We talked about this. We're caravanning. You're holding up the whole fucking thing, and nobody wants sleep. Like, are you guys going yet? Woman caravan wandering. You know what I did the other day? I tested out, oh, I'm hearing animals getting roped up then. I tested out the caravan situation, and when they were all having like a bit of a mental wander, I drafted them and I put them all next to the edge to leave. And they automatically left, even though they were still drafted. And I'm like, I've never done that before because usually the animals aren't that close by, but in this case, the animals were right there. And I didn't know that I could, like, trigger the fuckers to leave because of that. I do like the fact that, like, there's always fucking something to learn in all the games. I just find it interesting that this year I've, like, learnt so many things. Sorry, Azula, I didn't mean to scare you. I had my hand on my hip and I accidentally scratched the back of the chair. And, she was, like, mid, like, pori-pori, and now she's no longer, like, Suki. She's all awake now instead. Aren't you... No, I was looking at you earlier. You're not part of the caravan. I was gonna say, when I was looking at the names and stuff, I saw that he was one of the... at his